The saxophone, a unique and versatile musical instrument, holds a distinctive place in the world of music. Its invention is attributed to a Belgian instrument maker named Adolphe Sax in the early 1840s. However, the story behind the creation of this remarkable instrument is not merely a tale of innovation, but also one of perseverance and artistic vision. Adolphe Sax was born on November 6, 1814, in Dinant, Belgium. From a young age, he displayed a remarkable talent and passion for music and instrument making. His father, Charles Joseph Sax, was also an instrument maker, which undoubtedly influenced young Adolphe's career path. Sax's upbringing in a family of craftsmen provided him with invaluable skills and knowledge in metalworking, particularly brass and woodwind instruments. In the early 1840s, Sax began experimenting with the idea of creating a new type of instrument that would bridge the gap between brass and woodwind instruments. He envisioned an instrument that would possess the power and projection of brass instruments, while retaining the agility and flexibility of woodwinds. This ambitious vision led him to develop what would eventually become known as the saxophone. Sax's design incorporated elements from both brass and woodwind instruments. The saxophone featured a conical bore like that of a clarinet, allowing for a smooth and mellow tone, while its metal construction gave it the resonance and projection characteristic of brass instruments. The instrument also featured a single reed mouthpiece, similar to those found on clarinets and oboes, which allowed for greater control and articulation. The saxophone was initially patented by Adolphe Sax in 1846, marking the official recognition of his invention. However, its journey to widespread acceptance and popularity was not without obstacles. Despite its innovative design and unique sound, the saxophone faced resistance from traditionalists who were skeptical of its unconventional nature. Nevertheless, Sax persisted in promoting his invention, showcasing its capabilities through public performances and demonstrations. The saxophone's breakthrough came in the mid-19th century when it found favor among military bands and orchestras. Its powerful and expressive sound made it well-suited for outdoor performances, and its versatility allowed it to adapt to a wide range of musical styles and genres. As its popularity grew, the saxophone began to appear in various musical ensembles, from classical orchestras to jazz bands, cementing its status as a truly versatile instrument. The saxophone's popularity continued to soar into the 20th century, fueled in part by the emergence of jazz music. Jazz pioneers like Sidney Bechet and Coleman Hawkins embraced the saxophone as their instrument of choice, showcasing its unparalleled expressiveness and improvisational potential. The saxophone became synonymous with the sound of jazz, playing a central role in shaping the genre's identity and evolution. Today, the saxophone remains one of the most beloved and widely played musical instruments worldwide. Its distinctive sound can be heard in a diverse range of musical genres, from classical and jazz to pop and rock. Adolphe Sax's visionary invention has left an indelible mark on the world of music, inspiring countless musicians and continuing to captivate audiences with its rich and expressive tone. Why do we so often think of the saxophone as a brass instrument when it's actually a member of the woodwind family? This common misconception stems from the saxophone's metallic appearance and its frequent inclusion in brass sections of bands and orchestras. But the truth is a little more complex. The saxophone belongs to the woodwind family, distinctively producing sound through the vibration of a reed, much like clarinets and oboes. Yet despite this classification, there's a strong case to be made for considering the saxophone an honorary member of the brass family. Now ponder the tonal characteristics of the saxophone. While it technically falls under woodwinds, its sound often aligns more closely with brass instruments. The saxophone's rich, powerful sound easily blends with brass sections, and its ability to project over large ensembles is a feature typically associated with brass instruments. Consider its role in ensembles. In many musical groups, especially jazz bands and marching bands, the saxophone often finds itself grouped with brass instruments. Its role within these groups mirrors that of brass instruments, providing melody lines, harmonies, and often taking on solo passages. Physical characteristics also contribute to the confusion. The saxophone shares more physical traits with brass instruments than with woodwinds. Its metallic construction and the use of a mouthpiece with a single reed, like clarinets, might cause some head scratching. However, its conical shape and the way it is played, using a brass-like embouchure and breath control, align it more closely with brass instruments. Digging deeper into historical context, we find that the saxophone was invented by Adolphe Sax in the mid-19th century, with the explicit intention of creating a hybrid instrument that bridged the gap between woodwinds and brass. Sax designed the instrument to have the projection and power of brass instruments while maintaining the agility and flexibility of woodwinds. This historical intent suggests a connection to the brass family. Think about the saxophone's versatility. It easily adapts to a wide range of musical genres and styles, from classical and jazz to rock and pop. Its ability to blend seamlessly with brass instruments in brass sections, coupled with its soloistic capabilities, makes it a valuable addition to any ensemble, irrespective of its classification. In wrapping up, while the saxophone may technically belong to the woodwind family, its tonal characteristics, role in ensembles, physical attributes, historical context, and versatility all make a compelling case for considering it an honorary member of the brass family. This unique position as a hybrid instrument that shares qualities with both woodwinds and brass further bolsters this argument. So next time you see a sax, remember, it's not just a brass or woodwind instrument, it's a beautiful blend of both. The saxophone stands as a testament to the ingenuity and creativity of its inventor, Adolphe Sax. Through his tireless experimentation and dedication to his craft, Sax succeeded in creating a truly groundbreaking instrument that has left an enduring legacy in the world of music. The saxophone's invention not only revolutionized the way we think about musical instruments, but also expanded the possibilities of musical expression, inspiring generations of musicians to push the boundaries of their art.